we have no power. So
Yeah,
I
but I
say that
told
there
you
was only me and
get a
him.
charger, bro. Get a charger. Come on, man.
We have no electricity right now. You can Google Malawi. We just had the second in the Southern Africa, Malawi. We just had
Hmm.
the second. And when I
All
came
right,
in
no
here,
worries. Jake will make this quick. He'll
yeah,
make
sure,
this quick.
because I don't
No,
want
no,
to
no.
make so
I
much
mean, I hope you
money.
get your power back. No, I just wanted to know really quickly if you knew what the LPT was.
Yeah, I do. I do. I know.
Can you just
And
explain it quickly?
yeah, so basically, we saying that Jesus is God. And hold on, let me just. I had my slide. Let me just get my slide.
You have it written down on a PowerPoint slide?
Yeah, I got it right on that one of my PowerPoint. On the
Who
PowerPoint.
is it from? Did you create it or someone else?
I did create it.
You created it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. So we basically say that yeah, Jesus is God, and the Father is God, and the Son is God, and the Spirit is also God. So the problem would be that we cannot say that the Father is not the Son in the same sense. That would be like a contradiction because uh, yeah.
What's the contradiction?
So the contradiction will be the denying saying that the contradiction would be that saying that Jesus is God and just saying that the Father is not, the Son.
Why is that contradictory?
Well, because we just in the previous one we just said that there's it would be like saying that Jesus is this thing called God and the Father is also this thing called God and the in the sense is saying that okay Jesus is not the Father because we just we identifying the Father as God and the Son also as God and saying that the Father is not the Son. That would be contradictory.
Okay. So, and why, if you're saying that that's would be contradictory, then how is there no LPT?
Yeah, because you guys have been. It's funny that you guys asked me that in the. Okay, cool. Okay, let me just answer. So I think
No,
the
I'm just
problem.
curious because you said there is no LPT. Most people think, most Christians anyway, who know about it, think that there is an LPT, but they may think that they have a solution to it. But it's like there's a problem written on
Yeah,
the
sure.
board, and then
Hmm.
the Christian thinks, "Oh, I have a solution to the problem." But it's like when you say there is no LPT, it's as if you're saying there's nothing even written on the blackboard. Do you understand?
Oh, okay. And I don't think that's what I said
By
though.
the way, you didn't really identify what the problem is, though. Like the
Well, I
problem
mean,
always.
yeah, I mean, in a certain sense, it's
Uh,
close enough. But okay, so that's not what you're saying. When you say that there is no LPT, what you mean is it looks like a problem, but you have a solution to the problem. Is that what you mean?
mm, yeah. So for me, I don't see like there's like uh a logical contradiction. So I don't see any.
Well, I mean, but I'm confused because you just got through explaining what you think the problem is supposed to be, and you said it would be contradictory.
Yeah, so I think the problem will be is the people that come up with the contradiction. I think they are the ones who have the problem because they are the ones who I think it would be like strumming, like they are the ones strumming our position. Yeah, then the way that so somebody's calling me. So yeah,
No,
they are the
but
ones
CJ,
strumming our
this
You know,
this
but
is
position.
the
hold on a
problem.
second. You're saying that they're straw manning your position. So your explanation of what the problem
Misunderstanding.
is
Go
based
ahead.
on something that you don't believe. So what part of it don't you believe?
Yeah, I would say that we don't believe. So I would say that the way we believe our concept of God is quite different from theirs. So I would say like our concept of God is quite different from those. So yeah.
Yeah, I
So
understand it,
we
but I'm
understand.
saying when you explain the problem as this, if the father is, and you didn't say it precisely like this, but this is what you meant, that if the father
Yeah.
is identical to God and the son is identical to God, then the father would be identical to the son, correct? Is
Yeah,
that your
sure.
understanding
That's
of what the problem is supposed to be?
yeah. So that's how I understand it.
Okay, so do you believe that the father is identical to God
Identical in what way though?
in the way that you think the problem comes from, in the way that I just said it earlier?
In the way that you just said the area.
Yeah,
Say
because you explained, okay, I think we need to go back to square one. What is the
okay.
problem? Is the problem that if the Father is identical to God and the Son is identical to God, then they would be identical to each other? Is that what you understand the problem to be?
So can you repeat that? So somebody
Okay,
can you
it's
repeat
not working when I ask the question, so let's just start over. Why don't you explain what you understand the problem to be? Because maybe Simply's right. We didn't go far enough with that because I don't think it's clear that you're really explaining what the problem is supposed to be.
I just did like I just went through it. I know
Or,
it wasn't like perfect, but I just did. And
yeah,
I don't know.
you did,
I don't
CJ.
know.
But then when I repeated what I understood from it, you're kind of like not really
No,
answering.
so
So,
question was what was so my question was you asked me how the Father is identical to God, and I'm saying in the essence in the way that I understand that he's so I think that's not what I say, but my understanding of the Father being identical to God is not your way, like the way you guys, the way you think that. I know that's not what you really think, but because you're trying to like create this contradiction thing in the, you say that
I'm not trying to create any contradiction right now, to be honest. I'm just
I
going
know
off
you're
of a
not. You're not.
statement that you made, which is that there is no LPT. And if somebody says that to me, then presumably they know what the LPT is, and then they're going to explain why there isn't any actual problem. So that's what I'm trying to get straight on first, is whether or not you even understand what the problem is supposed to be. And we're still at that step.
So you think I don't understand the problem?
I don't know yet because when I thought that you did, and then I reiterated that, you kind of didn't seem like you wanted to accept what I said. So that's why I'm just asking you to explain it one more time.
But I just did. Okay.
I know that, but when I repeated it in my own words, you didn't accept my rendition of it. So that's why maybe I misunderstood something you said. And that's why I'm asking you to repeat it.
So what do you think I was what do you think I was not accepting from yours?
Okay, I this is what I understood you thought the problem was. You said
Yeah.
that if we say that the Father is God and that the
Mm-hmm.
Son is God, then that would mean that the Father is the Son. And that's contradictory because we reject as Christians that the Father is the Son. Is that
Yeah.
what you explained the problem to be? Because that's what I understood.
Yeah. 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 That's what I did. But that's
Okay.
not how you explained it in the first place, though. but
Yeah, that is exactly how I explained it. So my question now is, you said that somewhere in that the problem is because it's based on a misrepresentation of what Christians believe. So which part of that is inaccurate that then avoids the problem?
oh, okay, cool. I don't think you we are saying that the Father is God. We don't mean that you know in a literal sense, saying that the Father is identical to the God to God. We just mean that the Father is just divine. You know.
Okay, yeah. So you think that the Father is divine, so you don't believe that the Father is identical to God.
Yeah. So my question would be, what do you mean by identical? But
Well, you just used the word. You just said we don't believe that the Father is identical to God. So presumably you understand what you just said, right?
yeah, sure, I did.
So then why would you ask me what identical means? You just used it.
Oh, because no, because I think the way you just used it was,
I just
I don't know,
repeated exactly what you said. I just said, so you don't believe that the Father is identical to God. I just repeated exactly what you just said.
yeah, sure, I know you did.
Yeah, okay. So you don't believe the Father is identical to God, but you do believe that the Father is fully God, correct? Meaning whatever he's not lacking anything that is required to be God or called God.
I don't believe the Father is God. So I'm I'm predicating the word God, onto the Father. So I'm not using is of identity, like saying that the Father is God in the sense that uh
Hmm.
uh
Yeah, he's not
like
identical to God.
i- i- yeah, in a literal sense. So I'm just so it's not like in a literal way. So it's just technical,
Yeah, yeah.
so
So
that's why I say that God is divine.
yeah, and so what is the claimed problem with that? What do people say that the problem with that view is?
Of what view?
That you're saying that the Father, Son, and Spirit each are divine. They're each God, and they're not each other, and they're not identical to God.
Sure. So that would mean that they are the one they they are the one essence. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Like the Father has the same essence as the Son. So
No,
because if I say that, hold on, because if I say the Father is God, I would I would possibly mean that the Father is the Godhead, like the Father is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. But what I'm saying here is that the Father is uh God in the sense that he is the same essence of the Son and
yeah, I
the Holy
understand that he
Spirit.
has the divine. He fully possesses the divine nature. So now I'm
Yeah.
asking you if you're familiar with why that is a logical problem.
No, I'm not.
Okay. So when you say that the Father is God, the Son is God, and the Holy Spirit is God, actually, the typical way that the LPT is explained is that if they're each God in a predicative sense, and they're not identical to God, and they're also not identical to each other, and you claim that there's only one God, it's contradictory because what you're affirming actually results in three gods, but yet you're saying there's only one God. So how do you explain how your view doesn't result in polytheism or there being three gods?
Uh, because there is only one essence, the thing that is God, there is only one. Although this there is although there is three of the that of I mean like of that essence, the shared essence is communicated between in three persons, but there is only one essence. So if there is only one essence, then there is one God. But
Yeah.
because say what?
Yeah. So is the essence a universal?
Essence is universal. So I'm just like new to metaphysics, so I don't think I can answer the question. You, Charles is more
Meaning
knowledgeable.
meaning that it's something that is shared between the three persons, right? So it's like saying that um, Jake, CJ, and Simply each have human nature, and but they're not the same person. In that case, we don't say that just because they share a human nature and that humanity all has a human nature, that therefore there's only one human. We still say that there are three humans, Jake, CJ, and Simply, because of the fact that the essence is instantiated in three different persons. So, in the same way we count three men, we would count three gods.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah. So, in simpler terms, if the Father has everything that it takes to be called God, and the Son has everything that it
Mm-hmm.
takes to be called God, and the Holy Spirit has everything that it takes to be called God, and they aren't each other, so they're not the same God, then it's going to follow that there are three gods. Just like I have everything that takes to be man, so do you, and so do Simply. We all share a human nature, but we're not the same human because there's things that are different about us. So we count them as three human beings, and in the same way that we count human beings, we would count that there are three gods. That's just the way counting works.
I don't think the analogy that I use is. I mean, the analogy that you're using is poor analogy using the wrong God. Or like using that. I know that there's only one human essence, and we all share this human essence. But again, using it on God, I don't think the
What's
way
the
you're
difference?
using it, saying
Because
let me say
in fact,
new to
the
metaphysics.
earliest
So
Trinitarians actually use this analogy, so it's not something that I invented.
I know, I know, I know. I'm saying, I'm not saying that because you're using it. Like, I'm saying that the way you are using it is,
Well, didn't you
I
just
feel
agree
this
that
what
we have one human nature?
I do. I do.
Yeah,
I did.
so it's the same exact. The analogy is correct. That simply
Yeah, the analogy is
you and
correct.
I all have the same human nature, and yet we're not counting because
Yeah,
just because we have one human nature doesn't mean we say there's only one man. We say we count the number of men that there are by the particular aspects of each one of us. So you have a human nature, but you have things that are different about you than me, and vice versa. And therefore, we count as two men. Same thing with the Father and the Son.
yeah,
They
but
have the same divine nature, but they don't have all of the same
hmm
qualities. There's something different about the Father from the Son. That's why they're not identical.
yeah, but again, that would the, so the problem here is I would say that the rational nature, the rational nature is one in God, and the rational nature in us, even though we have one human essence, uh, it's not like one. It's there are multiple rational like
What do
there
you
are
mean by
multiple
the rational
humans.
nature in the Trinity is one? What do you mean by that?
So I had to clarify that.
Yeah, I just want to understand what you mean by
So like
rational nature is one.
yeah, I know what you're trying to do. I know you're trying to understand that, but I don't think I can like explain it in a better way than my brothers down there can. So you can bring them out so that I can explain it because
Do
I'm
you
just
think
new
they
to
all have the
metaphysics and
same
philosophy.
mental
So
Do you think they all have the same beliefs and knowledge? Is that what you mean?
yeah, so they are like a lot of they are more versed than me. So yeah, I think
No, no, no. I'm
you know
talking about in the Trinity. Do you think that the Father and the Son have the same knowledge?
I'm talking about my brothers down there. So yeah,
Okay. I was just
I know
trying to
you
get
want to be
clear on
like
what you
I
said because you said that you
I
between
don't think
them.
you would though.
What's that?
I don't think you would. So I don't think you would because I think you just saw that I'm like I don't know, maybe an easy target or something because you know, something that you can whatever. But yeah,
You think I'm? You think
but
I
I
was
get
talking
what.
to you because you're an easy target?
Yeah, in a way. Yeah, in a way.
Why
CJ,
would you say that?
the reason why Muslim
Uh,
wants to speak with you is because he specifically said the only reason I came up was because in a previous room I heard you saying that there's no LPT.
Yeah, because
He
I
wanted to
literally
speak
the
with you.
only reason
yeah.
I
So
spoke to you is because I was in the other room. I was just listening, and out of nowhere you said there is no LPT, and I said, "Oh wow, that's interesting." Then I came in this room by happenstance, and I saw you on stage, and I said, "Oh, that's the same guy. I want to go on stage and ask him what he meant by that." That's why I came to talk to you. I don't know why you would think that. Uh, how I didn't know if you're quote unquote an easy target or not before talking to you. I have no
no,
idea who
no.
you are.
So no. So that's so I know. I know. So that's not what I meant though. But yeah, I think you misunderstood me. But yeah, I'm not saying that I mean, I'm saying that you kept talk. I mean, you kept on talking to talking about the OPT and stuff like that to me, even though I say that I'm not really familiar with the metaphysics and stuff like that in philosophy,
Well, that's
but the
fine,
reason
but
why I say that there's no LPT, hold on, the reason why I say that there's no LPT is because I've seen like a lot of like professors and people even on here on Clubhouse trying to get Christians to accept this LPT thing and stuff like that, and they yeah, it's uh, to me I don't think there is an LPT because there are people that can explain it better than me. That's what I'm saying.
yeah, and I would say I think that there is an LPT because I don't think that there is an actual answer to the problem.
Yeah, so I don't think so, but
Yeah, I
anyways,
know. Well,
yeah,
I mean,
continue.
I do find it kind of strange that you would say that, and then when I try to have a conversation with you about it, you then tell me, well, oh, I'm just trying to pick on you because you're an easy target. I mean, then why are you even talking about it in a public room?
uh, I, I was talking to that guy. I wasn't like yeah, but anyways, so like I said, the reason why I said that was because I told you that I'm not really familiar with metaphysics, and you kept on like
Yeah, but you said that
trying
about
to
15
make
minutes
me
in.
understand something that
You didn't say that in the beginning. You
yeah,
said that
sure.
in about 15 minutes in. And in fact, you said that you had the LPT on your own PowerPoint slide that you created. So I thought, wow, this guy seems like he's done some research on it. I didn't. I mean,
I thought so too. I was like, this
yeah.
guy
I
is
Well,
mean,
prepared to like give a
I don't know
well,
why,
important.
well.
CJ. All of a sudden, towards the end of the conversation, you like trying to turn it on me as if I had some ill intention. I don't know why you're doing that.
No, no. Okay. So Muslim, I think you are still trying to make me look in a way that I don't know. I'm not saying that you're a bad guy or saying that you were like like trying to like ambush me
CJ,
or something. No,
do you
that's not what
feel
I'm saying.
cornered right now? Is that it? Like, do you feel like you're being cornered? Is this conversation making you uncomfortable?
Nah, nah. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
All right,
All right,
but
CJ. Well,
CJ,
anyway, dude, if you, that's how you feel, and you don't feel like you've studied enough on the topic, I don't have any problem with that.
Yeah, I'm
Again,
still studying.
I'm just saying one last time. The only reason why I asked you a question was because I found the comment that you said in the other room interesting, and I wanted to hear what you had to say about it. That's all.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But like I said, I'm
Okay.
still learning. So
Well, anyway, I hope you get your
yeah.
power back, and yeah, keep studying.
Yeah, mine is on 3% now. Yes.
Yeah, but
So
I would say, CJ, like next time, if you're not prepared to like deal with those issues, because people will call you out. People who are more knowledgeable than you will call you out on things that you have said in specific rooms because these are public rooms and obviously people are listening. So next time you want to say something like the LPT doesn't exist, just be prepared to back it up if someone actually pushes back and tells you that no, actually it does exist. Let's see here, like what do you think the LPT is and how do you resolve it? I think that's very reasonable of people to
yeah,
ask you if you are making this claim publicly.
yeah, sure, it's okay. It's okay. But again, only
By the way,
for few
there's someone
people.
else who's making this claim, but I think he just like said it and just ran away.
Who's that?
Draco. Draco in the chat. I don't know if
Oh, I
you
don't know who that
know.
is. Anyway, CJ, I don't want your phone to die, buddy. So you better go charge it. But it was nice talking to you, at least
Yes.
from my side.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was me. I mean, it was from my side too. Yeah, because I learned from these conversations.